Hi, everybody. Welcome to Central Coast Live. I'm here with JD Hardy.
How you doing?
He's laughing. He's already cracking himself up.
I know, we've been laughing all day, having a good time.
We always have a good time with JD.
Come on back.
So I've had the pleasure of knowing you for about a year. I guess
Right.
It's almost been, which he had to remind me of because I thought it was like 6 or 7 months. I don't
Right.
know why, because it seems like you're around me every day lately.
It's a lot.
It's not a bad thing. But I wanted the viewers to kind of have a better understanding of, I guess, your background. There's some family history as far as, music and where you come from and stuff. So I wanted them to get to know you more on a personal level, I guess.
Sure. Well, I grew up in Bakersfield, as you already know.
Right.
And for you guys obviously watching, grew up in Bakersfield, California, on the north side of the Kern River, and which is actually a musical town. The Bakersfield Sound was created north of the Kern River, a little community called Oildale. And, my dad was in it, my grandma was in it. Matter of fact, on Facebook just today, I posted a album cover that I came across of one of my grandma's gospel albums. So just brought back a flood of memories for me, and I miss her tremendously. But she always used to sing to me, and I always remember her. One of my favorite memories of her was when she used to babysit me. You could hear her singing all over the place. So you could always find her. If I didn't know where she was at, I could just follow the music.
Oh.
So I miss her a bunch. But it was all in my family, and then we just surrounded ourselves with musicians because that's what we did. Alvis Barnett Jr. Both taught me how to play guitar. Senior taught me how to play guitar. Junior taught me how to play the drums, and that was actually my very first instrument was the drums.
Now, how old were you when you kind of started getting acclimated to music?
I've been around it my whole life, but when I first started actually being able to keep a beat on the drums, I was right around 5 or 6 years old.
Really?
Yeah. And then guitar, I was about 6 to 7 when I started, was able to actually carry a melody and play an actual song.
Nice.
So just always this is what I've done my whole life.
Now, writing is a big part of what you do, though.
Absolutely. I think that's something I got from my grandma. She was a singer-songwriter, so, obviously a gene that has been passed down to me. So she was a phenomenal wordsmith and had all these great sayings. She had all these great songs. And so I feel like I've been able to inherit some of that.
And it is a talent. I mean, we could be sitting here conducting other work, but JD has to stop because he's putting together music, and he's got to do it in that moment. And it's
that's the thing about me. I think is it comes from feelings. So if I feel it, and if the lyrics start coming, I better write it down because if I don't, I'll most likely lose them.
And a lot of your own work is pretty great.
Thank you.
I mean, you do. I mean, I've listened to a lot of his music, and you have a new album coming out.
Yep.
And the nice thing about all the shows that we have up and coming, you're starting to showcase some of your new music.
Yes. I've been able to do some of my music through the last few shows, and a lot of some of it through the acoustic stuff too. But at the 805 Country Music Festival and Agriculture Show, I'm going to showcase my whole album, so I'm really excited about that. It'll be the first time ever.
First time.
So it'll be fun to, reveal it to everybody.
It'll be great. But you have a lot of other music, which people can go to Reverb Nation. I think you have a lot of your music there.
iTunes, Amazon. It's, wherever you can find music, it's there. It's available. I've had 2 albums before this. Before this one, the first one was JD Hardy, just self-titled. And the other one was Rebels with the Cause.
Okay.
And this one here most likely will be called John Deere Town, USA.
And I wonder why that is.
Go figure.
I know that song by heart.
Yes, she does. And she loves it.
I do love it. But I do have one other that's a favorite, so we're not going to tell everybody what it is. You guys got to pick your own.
I'll tell you.
So I wanted to talk a little bit about, obviously there's a lot of buzz out there. I know we're all over social media. But tell us a little bit about the few months. It just seems like things are kind of...
We had a lot of things going on, been real busy. The Pozo Stampede was, we spent a lot of time ramping up to that and getting it ready to rock. due to unforeseen reasons, it was canceled. It really upset a lot of the local community, and very understandably. However, we took a bunch of lemons and turned it into lemonade.
Absolutely.
And I had the honor of doing a show with Randy Hauser and Tyler Farr, and we did a fundraiser for St. Jude's Children's Hospital.
And how much did you guys raise?
$18,000.
Wow, that's
so
amazing.
A lot of money one day. So something bad turned into something good. I always love being a part of that stuff. So yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, it was fun.
That's huge.
And then, we're always doing something with vets. We've got the Bander Brothers.
Right.
At Black Lake, we did a deal with
And that
Welcome
was
Home
Memorial Day weekend.
Memorial Day weekend, the Sunday Memorial Day weekend. Welcome Home Vets and Honor Flight, so we helped raise some money for them. And we put on a great show
was a phenomenal
for the vets that day. Just a really festive, it's perfect for that weekend.
Absolutely. It was a beautiful day on top of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then recently, we just came off of the rodeo.
Came off the rodeo, got to be a part of the Elks Rodeo Parade with the Bander Brothers. I sang John Deere Town from
Oh,
Mill
we were on
Street
the parade, yeah,
all the way
parade.
to.
That's why I know that song so well.
I think it was like almost Betteravia,
It was
somewhere
probably
right
like 50 times,
there. Yeah,
maybe, or
at
something.
least. And
But we
then,
all enjoyed it, just like it was the first time.
Yeah, that's right. So everyone had that little quiz. They had to recite the whole song to me. They wanted to get a free lunch. But then we went to Cowboys Kicking Cancer
Right.
event, which is a phenomenal nonprofit, and they raised a lot of money. I believe $10,000 to $12,000
Wow,
for
that's
their
great.
cause.
Good.
Then we went on to rocking the stage at the rodeo, and had a great crowd out there that was ready to party, and
Have a good time.
gotta love the rodeo crowd. Always do, especially the Santa Maria Elks. They know how to do it there. It's a long tradition that's been around here forever, and
Years.
I'm honored to be a part of it every year.
Good. And I'm sure they're glad to have you.
Yes, absolutely.
And hopefully they're going to have you back next year.
Oh, they will.
I'm sure they will. But with that said, I mean, you have a lot happening, obviously, and that takes us into the biggest event I think you have coming up, which is very exciting, I think, for a lot of people, and even for those of you out there with ag businesses, farmers, ranchers, and whatnot, because this spins off into something else also. But you want to tell us about what that is?
Yeah, 805 Country Music Festival and Ag Show, June 24th at the Old Orchid Plaza, right next to Rooney's Irish Pub. And gates open at 11:30, and they're going to close at about 8. So we've got Country Music Festival for you. So this is a lot of great local talent. We've got Charlie McNeil, Dylan Ortega. We've got my friends from Nashville coming out, Tarabella, and of course myself playing. And we've got some really neat things lined up in regards to the show. And then we also have local ag vendors are going to come out, and I believe we have some farmers coming out for a mini farmers market.
We have you're going to have
CBR rank bucking bulls coming out for display. So you guys want to see the monsters all these cowboys ride? You're going to get up close and personal, not too close. But,
I don't want to get close at all. I
we'll
saw those bulls at the rodeo.
We're going to play Slap the Bull with Val. She's going
No,
to run out
we're
and
not.
slap them, and then she's got to jump back over the fence.
Some people would probably enjoy that, like these guys.
No, but it's going to be a really exciting
And
event.
it's all to benefit the Band of Brothers, which you
yeah.
talked a little bit about. You want to talk a little bit more about that?
There are a lot of veterans groups out there, which I support every one of them. But I've got a great camaraderie, and we just clicked with the Bander Brothers. My dear friend Stephen Baird and his co-founder Brian Williamson. These guys are the leaders of their crew, but their motto is, they took an oath, and that was just it. They took the oath. They never gave it back. And so they still are committed to their oath in serving and protecting their country. Even though they've been honorably discharged from their service hasn't stopped, and they continue to serve not only their military veterans that are coming out, but they're also serving their communities. And that's, to me, is unique about their service. It's not just the veterans, but it's unique to helping those that are around them also.
Anyone in need, really.
Yeah.
No, they're amazing, and you'll hear more about them here in the near future with everything that we're working on.
That's right.
So with that, we're going to go ahead and cut to commercial, and we'll be back soon.
HCE Productions is bringing the very first ever Country Music Festival and Ag Show, Band of Brothers Benefit, in the old Orchid Plaza. This family fun-filled event will feature ag vendors, CBR ranked bulls on display, and country music from Tarabella and me, J.D. Hardy. Purchase your discounted tickets now on J.D. Hardy Music Facebook page, Rooney's Irish Pub, or nightout.com. See y'all there!
So, hopefully a lot of you out there are interested in joining us at the 805 Country
Absolutely.
Music Festival. And
We
one
need all
thing
your support.
I want to mention is that we are currently still seeking sponsors.
Yes.
If you're somebody interested in being a vendor out there, we want to hear from you. We have all the forms. We can go ahead and email that out to you and whatnot. But you want to talk a little about where people can purchase tickets online and
Yeah.
what the costs are and all that?
Absolutely. General admission is $20. A VIP ticket is for $45. We also have VIP tables on sale for $1,000.
Right.
That includes 10 seats at the table. I believe it's all-you-can-eat food and beer and wine, and then there's the full bar will be available to them also.
And the food and beverage is provided by, of course,
Rooney's Irish Pub. Some of our good friends
Tim
out
and
in
Jake,
Orchid.
shout out.
Yeah, they're great guys. If you guys haven't been there and spent any time with these people, not just Tim and Jake, but their entire crew, this is a very
They're great.
family-oriented.
Very.
And it's not your average, it's definitely not your average Irish pub food.
It's not your
they've
average
kicked it up
anything, yeah.
like a lot of notches to bring you some really good gourmet pub food. And so
They do a great job.
I enjoy being with those guys all the time. So
Everybody
that, was
that
really,
we're working with on this project
Yes, good
is
people.
Great people. Great
So,
people. So
you can get them at the J.D. Hardy Music fan page on Facebook. So if you just type in J.D. Hardy Music, it'll be the very first post up there. Just click on that and you can go right to buying the tickets. You can get them at Rooney's Irish Pub physically if you want them in your hands. You can get them at nightout.com, N-I-T-E out, O-U-T.com.
He can spell.
Yay!
I hope that's how you spell it.
But it is, it's right. So,
But go ahead and talk a little bit about the direction of the 805 Country Music Festival and where did that kind of stem from and where's it going?
well, we're going to, this is the very first annual, so this is something we're going to build up. We've got some great partners around the community and within media, with, Sunday Country and K-Jug and Santa Maria Sun. So we've got some really, really good partners within the media that want to see this build up. The Chamber of Commerce,
Yeah.
Valley Ag Supply. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue to build this thing. We're next year it's going to get bigger. It's going to get bigger and bigger. So we just want you guys to come be a part of the very first one, and you'll also be able to grow with it and see how the changes are going to be made to make it even bigger and better as we go
Absolutely.
throughout time.
We got to start somewhere.
That's right.
And I think the feedback we've gotten so far, I think there's been a need for it.
Yep.
Especially the Santa Maria Valley
That's right.
area.
Yes.
And Orchid, of course, the merchants there have been working with me forever. Love
Right.
that little community. And so I think it's a great place to start. And
Yes.
I know the Santa Maria Valley has completely embraced it. So
Yep.
we're just hoping that the fans come out and they come out.
Support
If you
it.
haven't seen JD perform, you absolutely need to. And we have, Tarabella is going to be there. Dylan Ortega is pretty darn great. And then we have Charlie McNeil. So it's a day that you got to come out, support your local musicians, listen to some good old country music.
That's right.
Which, believe it or not, for me to be working with J.D. Hardy, a country musician, was like the last thing I ever thought I'd do. But I'm more of a kind of an old school hip hop girl. I know all my friends out there know that. But but I've been introduced to country
She's gone
music,
country.
and I enjoy it. I think it's the style though that it's more of kind of like a older type, I guess, generation of music. It's not a lot of the current stuff that I'm hearing, I guess, in country, but
Sure.
but I like it. I like it a lot.
Well, my music is traditional with a modern twist, you know. So with the, it has all the modern things. It has a little bit of alternative in it, but it does have that traditional base. But you know, we've got everybody that we have coming to this festival has.
It's a good mix.
It's a good mix. You know, I'm your traditional
for every age group.
Rock, traditional country, done a modern way. But then you got Tarabella and Tarabella is phenomenal. They're really your modern style of country music, which is great. They're a great duo. Some great folks from Tulare area, and I can't wait for you guys to hear them and meet them. And then you know, Dylan is got that traditional voice and traditional sound, but it's, you know, very much today's modern music. And then Charlie McNeil is all tradition. So it's a great mix and great lineup. Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to it.
Something for everybody.
Definitely. And with that, we're going to talk briefly about the Real California TV show.
That's right.
Which we kind of spun into, like we don't have enough that we're working on, right?
Right.
So you
So
want to
many
talk a little
things.
bit about that?
Well, the Real California, you know, is a show that shows everybody basically the California that I grew up with. And for instance, in Santa Maria Valley, San Ynez, Los Olivos, those areas are very agriculture-based communities. And I think that most people, when they think of California, they think of Hollywood and Los Angeles, San Francisco, you know, the palm trees
Right.
and Barbie dolls
Big
and
city,
whatnot.
right,
Yeah, big
right.
city. They don't know about little communities like this, and we want to expose the real California to, you know, everybody else, and let them see what it's really all about.
Right, right. And with that, I think we're going to close out. You guys will have a chance to see the commercial that will be here following shortly, but
Right.
I wanted to. Did you have one?
Well,
other
you're
thing
gonna the Real California is gonna air on
the Real California.
California.
I have to say it like Mexican. We'll be airing on Central Coast Now, of course, Charter Channel 10, Comcast Channel 27. We will have that 24/7 on Charter Video on Demand, on CentralCoastNow.tv, and our YouTube channel. And our biggest news,
Drum rolls.
drum roll please, is that it's going to be airing on KCOY 12 on Sunday mornings at 5:30 a.m. So
Tune in.
tune in.
You're gonna like it.
And if you don't want to get up that early, which is like me, then DVR it.
That's right. You can DVR it.
You can. We'll let you.
Watch it at 10 maybe.
Yeah. Well, at night? Oh, in the morning.
In the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Or
I
at
guess
night.
so.
Whatever
Either
you
way.
wanna do.
Anytime you want. Just
watch
stay
it.
tuned. But there's a lot more to come with JD Hardy. I know he's keeping me very busy. He's fun to be around, as you can see. He's an entertainer. So
That's right.
That always helps, too. But so stay tuned. Take a look at the commercial, and you'll be hearing from more of us very soon.
Very soon. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Bye.
California is riddled with hidden treasure just waiting to be found. One of the diverse cultures on the planet. Evidence of these lifestyles can be found all throughout the rural deserts, beach towns, mountain communities, cattle ranches, and the farmlands of the Golden State. I'm JD Hardy. I'm a singer-songwriter, music lover. I enjoy all things outdoors and every form of barbecue. I'm an all-American son of San Joaquin and an agriculture enthusiast. Join me as I roll back the curtain on the Real California.